Section F2, which is the standard F2, is about comparing functions. Number 1, which linear function has the greatest initial value? Which has the greatest rate of change? So we'll start with initial value. That is b, the y-intercept. On function a, this is where x is 0. I don't see it, but I do see a pattern. It's going up at 1 every time. And then the y's are going up 2 every time, so y must be 11 when x is 0. So b is 11 for function a. For function b, it's already in y equal mx plus b, so b is negative 5 for function b. For c, this is a graph where x is 0, b is 2. So which one has the greatest initial value? The largest number was 11, so that would be function a. The next question is which has the greatest rate of change? That would be slope. So looking at function a, I know that slope is the change of y divided by the change of x. So I could take these first two ordered pairs and say 13 to 15 adds 2, and 1 to 2 adds 1. So positive 2, over positive 1 is a slope of 2. I can see that my slope would continue to be 2 every time. For function b, the slope is 4. I just looked at my equation. For function c, I find 2 points that the line goes through, and I say, okay, the slope is a change of y over change of x, and say from 2 up to 3, it adds 1 for the y. From 0 across to 5, it adds 5 for the x. So that slope is 1/5. And so the greatest rate of change was 4, and that came from function b. Number 3, the heights of two elevators can be modeled by linear functions. At time t equals 0, elevator A is 15 feet above the ground floor. Well, that's important. That's just telling us when t, or x, is 0, it is 15 feet above the ground floor. So that's telling you the y-intercept is 15. It descends at a rate of 5 feet per minute. So that's telling you rate of change is negative 5. It's going down 5 feet every minute. Elevator B is shown in the graph. So this is elevator B. We see that its y-intercept is 14, and we see its rate of change is that it is going down 4 feet every 1 minute. So it's got a slope of negative 4. So answering some questions. The initial height of elevator A is less than the initial height of elevator B. So that's saying 15 is less than 14. That's false. The next one says elevator A descends at a faster rate than elevator B. So we already know they're both descending, but is 5 greater than 4? That is true. It is descending faster. The next one says elevator A will reach the ground first. Okay, I have to think about that a minute. Reaching the ground means when you get to a height of, this is where the height is 0. So this is going to require looking at an equation for each of these. So let me start with elevator A. And I know y equal negative 5x plus 15, and I want to know when the height, h, which is y, is 0. How long does that take? Well, I'm going to simplify this and say we're going to subtract 15 from both sides. We get negative 15 is equal to negative 5x, and then divide both sides by negative 5 to get 3 is x. So this one takes 3 seconds. And then we have to check elevator B and answer its problem here. For elevator B, y equal negative 4x plus 14. But we're going to plug in 0 for that height. So I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides. I get negative 14 is equal to negative 4x. Divide both sides by negative 4. And we find that x is equal to a positive 3.5. So this one takes 3.5 seconds. So which one reaches the ground first? That would be elevator A. We know then that that next choice is not true. The initial height of elevator B is less than the initial height of elevator A. Well, elevator B starts at 14 feet, and that is less than the height of elevator A, 15 feet. So that is true. Answer choice E. Number 6, which function has the greater y-intercept? Well, looking at function A, we have y equal negative 3 minus 5x. I'm just going to rearrange into y equal mx plus b, and I get y equal negative 5x minus 3. So the y-intercept b is negative 3. And then looking at function b, I've got 2x, let me just go over here. Function b, 2x plus 3y equal negative 5. Well, I want this term by itself, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I see that 3y is equal to negative 2x minus 5. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 3 to get y by itself, and I get that y is equal to negative 2/3 x minus 5/3, which is negative 1 2/3. And so b is negative 1 2/3. So which one's a greater y-intercept? Well, they're both negative, so the one closer to 0 is the greater value, and that is function b.